This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shay goes by.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Yeah, man. I tell people this is my good friend, the one and only Bob Saget is here.
Thank you. I don't know what to say, but thank you.
Yo, man, it's great, man. You got your new book out, Dirty Daddy, The Chronicles of a Family Man Turned Filthy Comedian. Which, you know, pretty much summarizes your life, right?
It kind of does. It's a little bit of a, well, our life had my family's life had a lot of rough stuff happen. So there's a lot of death and stuff. So gallows humor, my father just found inappropriate humor, what got us out of sad stuff.
Yeah.
So the book's about, it's about death and comedy and my lower parts.
In your lower part, like your knees and your ankles?
My knees, my ankles, something I wish was near my knee. I would do anything. Not really. Be careful what you wish for.
Like if you had a slong that went down to your knee.
I'd get it caught in a drawer. I'd end up hurting. I'd end up popping the tip off or something. Something terrible.
Something terrible,
I'd
right?
be in emergency rooms if I had the wiener I wished I'd had. My wiener. Who says wiener? No one.
But wiener threw me off. I didn't know what nobody uses that jargon.
But you don't want to say anything terrible. I don't want to say bad words, but you could say a penis.
Yeah. You could say penis. You could say dick here. Serious.
You can?
Yeah, go try it. See what happens.
But if I had like a 2-foot long dick, I would take it back because that's how I like my pizza.
Yeah.
No, that's not right. I'd go back to Subway and say this is too big.
Do you think you would give yourself if you're No, I'm not even going to ask that question.
This is crazy.
No, if a genie would grant me any wish,
yes,
I don't know what. Maybe to take back part of this interview already.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like Bob was a few minutes late, man, because you are fascinated by the porcelain bowls in our bathrooms.
You guys got the best. I haven't diddled that well in a long time.
Really?
And when it's when you're my age, which is over 50, and you're clean, when you got to clean out, it's just like bam bam, a little packing foam. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody talks about it. Just a clean out. It's like it's individually wrapped for your protection. Nothing.
But Bob,
yeah, I'm clean. I'm so clean.
When you do number 2, I'm not sure if you guys understand the bathroom etiquette amongst women, but women will literally stay in a stall until everybody has left to let the brown stuff drop. Do you guys just go, or are you guys a little insecure when it comes to...
You want to take that one?
I need to. You wanted to give me that so quickly. Yeah. I'm going to run with this. I actually want to get out of there as quickly as possible because there's nothing that I dislike, honestly, not to gross no one out, but the smell of poo. I just don't like it. Mine, it's okay. It's like opening a fresh bag of Doritos. Doesn't offend you. But if I'm in the toilet and it's me, I know it's me. When I hear somebody next door going through 3 world wars and he's screaming and I know he had a bad day and it's just terrible. It's not stopping. It sounds like a bad sound effect from an AM radio show. And I just, I get the H out of there. I do whatever I can to do my recognizance work.
Of course.
Like I've done my mission on the front lines and I'm out. Wash my hands as fast as I can.
You're out of there, huh?
And then I'm gone.
That's it, huh?
They stay there. They don't know what happened. I just can't. I exit Normandy.
I don't know if women realize this, but I don't understand men who in the bathroom in a separate stall are making those noises.
What noises?
When they use the bathroom, like they grunt, they
like
sigh,
they're in the gym.
Like this, it's
like they're in a hospital.
Like
they're uncontrollable.
I hate that. I get
and it happens in a big building like this because it's a lot of people that have been at a desk or a computer all day. Like when I'm working on a movie or TV thing, the editing rooms. You don't want to go to the bathrooms near there because they're just sitting in there at a table all day, just churning, just cooking it.
All right, Bob Saget is here, man. We're going to talk about Dirty Daddy, this new book, 888-742-3345. Give us a call.
I didn't think so. Boo this man!
Yeah. You know it's not an addiction unless you suck dick for it, right? Is that
the bad part is the other comedian is Dave Edmonds, I think it is. Edwards. I'm sad, I don't remember. He goes, I seen him. That's not good because that means he saw me.
He saw you.
So it wasn't just a joke in a rehab fake meeting. He saw me sucking dick for coke.
Yeah.
That's not a character witness. I don't want that.
You don't want that. Yeah.
I got kids. I got a reputation.
Yeah, it's true, man. What are your kids? I met your kids. I've met your kids on the red carpet at the Grammy.
How old are they now?
Yeah, this was like 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, right.
I was nominated for this.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, talk about the CD you put out there.
Yeah, this is that's what I'm talking about was the name of it.
That's what I'm talking about. You
That's
said
what
that.
I remember.
And I met your kids.
Yeah, I had Laura. That's the only one I wanted to buy a dress for.
Okay,
for that.
All right.
They are 28, 25, and 22, and they're all amazing. They're great women.
She had this look in her eyes like, help me. This is my dad.
She does have that look.
Yeah.
She actually has very wide eyes, and she stares a lot.
Yeah.
But most people do perceive it as help me. This is my dad.
Right?
But we just went out last night. I just got into New York, and we're going to go out. I'm doing a show in Times Square on Thursday. She's coming to it. Not in the square. It'll be in the Best Buy Theater next to the guy that's naked with the horse or whatever.
Okay,
Naked Cowboy.
Oh, yeah, he gets around.
He's famous, man.
He is.
Do you stare at him a lot when you see him in Times Square?
I look right in his eyes.
Do you mean? You don't want to look down?
I don't look down. I don't need to see no centaur. I don't want to look at no mythological creature. I don't trust him at all.
You don't trust that
No,
guy?
I don't trust somebody that looks like you could sell them as beef jerky to aliens. He's just made of chaw. His skin scares me, and he's real. I mean, he's in the freezing cold, so you got to have that good outdoor frozen skin.
He travels the world with this. Like he's been in Japan, Australia.
No,
naked. Playing the guitar.
It's not completely naked, right? It's got a little G string.
I only look in his eyes. I have no idea what he's
I
like.
don't either.
He has a thong on. I've seen it, guys. There you go.
There's also the naked grandma, I think now. Like the really old woman that's out there in Times Square.
Oh, now I got a reason to go.
Yeah.
I want to get her digits.
Pros and wrinkles.
All right, we got Sean on the line from Philly. Say hello to Bob Saget. Sean, how are you?
Hey, how are you? First of all, I'd like to say what's up to you, Sway, Tracy, Heather. I listen to you guys religiously every morning, so it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, man. You're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Thank you. Bob, you went to Abington High School, right?
I did. I graduated Abington.
Yo, I'm like 25 years behind you, but I had your Beowulf book in 11th grade.
You had my Beowulf book?
Yeah.
What a piece of crap that book was. What was that book, Beowulf? It was like Viking talk, and I didn't understand it. And look where it got me today. I do a bunch of dick jokes. I'm gonna be at the TLA. I'm gonna be in Philly at the TLA on Saturday. I have 2 shows at the Theater of Living Arts.
Can you hook him up with some tickets?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I'll get you tickets.
Hold on the line. Hold on the line, Sean. All right, hold on. Is that real or you just said that for air? Let me know.
I hope he's old enough.
Okay. Yeah, he's old enough. Gino's in Tennessee. Go ahead. Say hello to Bob Saget. Go ahead, Gino.
Yo, what's going on, Bob?
Yo, how's it going, Gino?
Hey, man. Hey, I just wanted to say first time, good morning, Sway. Tracy G, I know Heather B at the crib, but I know she's listening, so what's up, Heather B?
Hey.
All right.
First off, I grew up watching Full House, yo, and I looked at Bob Saget one way. But when I went on deployment and watched Entourage and Half Baked, it kind of fucked up my whole thing of who Bob Saget really was behind the scenes on Full House.
Right.
I kind of just want to get a gist of, like, who are you? Like, for real.
Yeah, I am all men. Well, I'm capable of, I did Full House. It was a job, and I got to play a father, and I was an earnest guy, and he was not more like Richie Cunningham from Happy Days. He just hugged everybody and loved everybody, and also was a neat freak. So that's not like I'm like in life, but I'm also not the foul-mouthed guy that does stand-up. Although my stand-up now is not quite, it's more like a human being, I think, than me just doing anything shock value or anything. But I think I'm a dimensional. I'm just a good person, I think. My kids, I don't like them to see either side. I have a new girlfriend, and she's new because she's just a couple months old. And no, that's not true. She's way into her 30s by a couple months, but she's gonna be at some of my shows this week. And
you got a picture of her?
You
got a picture of her?
No, I don't have one handy. I have her tattooed all over my back, though.
I want to see that. Swear.
No, actually, it's not tattooed. She was laying on my back last night, so I think I might have the indentations. She's a perfect person, but she doesn't know She caught a little on my stand-up, and it was a little off-putting for her. She didn't know because it comes off a little harsh sometimes, but I don't mean to. It's just being a comic. You put yourself in front of couple thousand people, you kind of change a little bit.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Has she warned you to not include her in any of your
Yes,
jokes?
she knows. I think the most I do include is what I've said here. That's about the content. Yeah, okay. I don't go into deep relationships because the comedians I look up to, when they get really intense in the personal stuff, that doesn't usually serve their relationships. unless it's a couple of people. Like, Jim Gaffigan's a guy that works with his wife, and he'll talk about her in depth. But other people, and we know who they are famous guys, they have a lot of material about their relationship or their wife or their kid. I've thrown my daughter under the bus comedically a couple times, and I wasn't a good thing.
You didn't feel good about it afterwards?
No, I messed her up. She was like 16, and I had an HBO special called That Ain't Right, and I said all she cares about is her cell phone signal, and that she talks like this. Oh, my God. Verizon. All I care about is Verizon. I just made her a monster. And she said, I got so much shit because of that, Dad. And that's the one who looked at me like you saw.
Oh, the one that I saw on the red carpet.
Help me, my dad.
This is my dad. But, and you talk about a lot in this book, Dirty Daddy, the Chronicles of a Family Man turned filthy comedian. It's interesting how you talk about humor and pain, like in this one book, and somebody, a lot of folks say comedians are the loneliest, most messed up people.
The sad clowns.
In entertainment. You believe this?
There is a lot of, I guess when bad things happen to people, they figure out how they're going to survive it. And some people get very serious and they're traumatized, and other people kind of run away from it. And then if you're a comedian, you're an outsider anyway, so you think of things as you're not inside of them. You're always watching everybody and observing, but if stuff happens to you, I think you just find the lightness in it. So sometimes it seems inappropriate, but my mom's funeral was a year ago, and they were like the biggest laughs we could have because that's just how that's how my family survives.
It's like therapy.
It is
like therapy. All right, Bob Saget is here. I've never seen him sad.
Is that a dove on your shirt?
Yes, it is. It's a
You're not going to believe this. You ready for this?
It's called Staples.
You ready?
Pigeon.
Is that a pigeon or a dove?
Pigeon.
A pigeon.
Pigeon.
Damn it. My mother was telling me she was going to come back as a dove. I'm not kidding. So really? I thought that was my mother giving me a signal on your chest. My mother said, I'm coming back as a dove, Bobby. I said, no, please don't do that.
Dude, you want it to be a dove? It's a dove.
No, it's a pigeon. That ain't my mother.
Did you touch your mother on my chest?
I like that. That's just a friend of hers.
Okay. All right.
My mother had a friend of hers on your chest.
On my chest right here. How about, 1 degree of separation right there? Right?
Very personal
moment. There was something here between us, Bob.
Yeah, there's a metaphysical bird thing going.
I feel it, right?
Yeah, I do too.
Bird is symbolic of a lot, in ancient Egypt.
Stuff.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom until Thanksgiving when you cook that bastard. Why do we cook that turkey? I don't think we should.
Sadistic.
We should set it free.
Yeah.
Set the turkey free. All right.
That's my new T-shirt.
Set the turkey free. DB came up with a good game for you.
That's right.
Yep.
We've had a lot of legendary comedians here, yourself included, so we decided to come up with a game called Battle of the Best.
He actually went to school for production, just in case.
That was a whole big thing.
Yeah. I worked hard on that one. All right, so we're going to put some comedians back to back, and you want to pick which ones you like.
Okay. Which one
you think are the best.
Okay.
John Candy versus Louie Anderson.
Well, that's really difficult to do because first thing, it's hard to get them both back to back right now because it's been a tough time.
Oh, wow.
I can't pick a favorite because I've loved Louie Anderson since I started, and I was on Rodney Dangerfield's Young Comedian special with him, and I loved John Candy very much because he also was he was just had the biggest heart, and he was one of the most hilarious people of all time. So I can't pick a favorite. I can just love them both equally. Is that possible?
No, that is not.
I
how you
have
play
to
the
pick
game.
a favorite.
Not how the game works.
You have to
Well,
listen to
I
one
love-
of them for the rest of your life.
I
Which
would
one?
choose John Candy the most then, but Louie Anderson is still alive, so I'll choose Louie Anderson.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Just in case. All right.
All right. Whoopi Goldberg versus Sandra Bernhardt.
Wow, this is tough. These are people I like a lot. Sandra Bernhardt I know really well. Spent a lot of time with her. However, I'm on The View on Wednesday, so I will go with Whoopi. Also did a. Okay, so I don't have to finish. Someone just get my bags. Yeah, I had a sister die of scleroderma, and Whoopi did the benefit here in New York last year for the Scleroderma Research Foundation, and Sandra would too because she's a love. But Whoopi Goldberg, okay. You banged the bell already. I'm sorry.
You got to go with Whoopi. She came to the charity event, you know.
Yeah, I love her.
Okay. Jim Carrey versus Adam Sandler.
Well, these are terribly tough.
Whoa!
Why do this to me? God, they're both great. They're both maybe the most talented people of all time in comedy in their individual stuff. Let's see. This is really tough. Adam Sandler once did a cameo in a Norm Macdonald movie I directed called Dirty Work, and Jim Carrey is a genius and opened for me when he was 17. So I'll say Jim Carrey because he was 17.
Martin Lawrence versus Damon Wayans.
Oh, these are really hard.
Why'd you put the black comedians up against each other, man?
I don't understand that either.
Why do you do that?
Hey, I put Whoopi versus Sandra. You know, that was
Okay.
Defend yourself, DB.
Okay.
All right,
That's the last
all right.
one, too, man. Just for that.
This is tough. I have to. Damon and I have been friends since we both started in show business, and he tried to write a pilot for me to do. So personally, I go personal. That's the only way for me to go. Because otherwise, I'm trying to make some because they're both brilliant. Martin is amazing. Crap.
Say it, man.
I'll say Damon.
All right, there it is. All right.
This is very painful. I'm not a guy you want to see on one of those shows. I can't judge people unless they really suck. I mean, that's easy.
No, they judge you. None of them voted for you. Not even John Candy. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
He voted for me. I'm wanted on the other side.
On the other side? All right. Bob Saget, man, always
It's a
good.
pleasure.
Pleasure, man.
Thank you. Next time, make that game. That game, I love that game. Let's play it more.
You want to play that game?
Oh,
Okay,
that's all I
right.
ever want to play.
You did so well at it.
I'm so good and so quick at it.
All right, get to know Bob a little better, man. Go buy the book, Dirty Daddy. It's a New York Times bestseller on the chronicles of a family man turned filthy comedian. Very honest, very funny. I could reading it. You write like you think.
Yeah.
You know, like things come to your mind that seem like just, and you include them in your writing. So I feel like I'm really talking with Bob and laughing out loud, man. But great book, man.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right, Bob
Bob.
Saget, ladies and gentlemen.